Bestsee X9 Dashcam is 1080p Wi-Fi dashcam. Now this is supposed to be a decent dashcam according to the Amazon reviews, and for the price, currently it was on deal for about £25. I'm curious to how good one of these dashcams is now. I haven't looked at a dashcam in years personally, and this whole new design is new to me. To me, last time I used a dashcam, it looked like a mini GoPro. I want to see how good this one is. Could do with one these days. So that's the front of the box. Side of the box, not too much on the back, not too much on the side. I don't think this one comes with a memory card. Let's get this open. It's not too heavy of a box, but let's see what we get. So we have a little user guide here, some warranty stuff. I'm guessing this is what's in the box. The dash cam itself, the car charger, electro-plastic stickers, 3M adhesive tape. It does need a micro SD card. I think we've kind of hit our first problem. 32 or a maximum of 128. Well, I've gone and pulled the 256. That is something to take into consideration when buying one of these things. It does continuously write, so a small one, it might seem small, but it will just write over the old footage, which is kind of what you want. And it explains about installing the dash cam. Looks like you put one of these stickers on, peel it off, and then stick these on the front. Okay, so we get 2 of them, that's good. And the cost is an app. We'll get that app downloaded. Not a bad manual. Everything seems to be there that you'd want to see. Let's have a look what we've got here. And this is your car charger. Just plug that in there. Quite a long cable. I think they said it was 3 meters. So, should do most cars. It's type C, so if you've got your own charge and you want to do something different, you certainly can. That looks like the sticker for the top of the dash cam itself. What that's for, I do not know. Is that even mentioned in the manual? It doesn't mention that on the package list. Don't know what that's for. Maybe it's for getting it off. I have no idea. If you know, let me know. And in here, we have our camera. Oh, and there's another one of them as well. So they seem to intend for you to use this for a while. That's where your micro SD goes. Type C on the side. And it kind of sits on the car like that, that's facing outwards. I'm guessing this is a lens protector. Oh, that's the power button. It's not a big lens. It will be interesting to see how it acts. Yeah, it's not a big hole. It's a big piece of glass. I don't know if you can see it in there. The sensor is not that big. But like I said, we didn't pay a fortune for this. We're looking for a budget model. So go pause the video, download the app, and see if we can at least have a look, even though this memory card's too big. Maybe I have a smaller one lying around. But yeah, let's have a look. So I've gone online, got the app. I've got it on the iPad as always. So I've gone through the process of downloading the app. I've plugged the camera in. Still haven't got a micro SD card in it yet, but it's plugged in via this power bank. We're just going to go through the process of adding it to the app. So I've got the app Jarvis Cam. I did go through the QR code in the back. It's just easier to go on, if you're doing the Apple one anyways, just go on the Apple App Store, type in Jarvis Cam, find it, because it comes up, but it's in a different language, and I didn't know which button to click. So I just went on the iOS store. And the app seems to have good reviews as well. That must be a positive. Here we are, install the camera and power it on. Next, connect to Wi-Fi. And there it is, Bestsee. And it said the password was in the book. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This. There we are. It just asks us to insert the SD card. No can do at the moment. Yeah, let's try again. See if it'll find it. I just want to get this part sorted before we... It really wants you to insert that SD card. And there it is. Currently working. It has got the time and date from the... I think it's just got it off the phone or off the iPad, off the internet or something. Initial thoughts. Picture is not too bad. So I guess the next step is, now we've got it set up, is to go and put it in the car and, do some driving around and see what it's like. So it's currently mounted in the car. It was quite an easy process to do, as you can see there. It is now connected. It does come with that 3 meter cable for the Type C. But yeah, it looks alright. The sticker is on there. You can maybe kind of see the wavy outline of the transparent sticker that we used to attach it to the windscreen with the sticker on the camera itself. But yeah, it was quite an easy process to do once you've cleaned your windscreen and everything. So now that we've been for a bit of a drive and we've come back, the camera is still inside the car, so I can't show you the bit with the camera. But what I can do is, when you're in your camera, you can access the little files. You can access the footage one of two ways. You can access it via the app. There's only just a button down here. It's just like view. And when you're in there, you can actually save the video. So you can see here that I've saved the video. It downloads it within the app, and then from the app you can choose to share it. And once you've then shared it, you can click save video, and you can save that, and that'll be in your gallery app. Or if you want, you can save it with any of these different ways that you want to share it. So overall, I put the footage on screen. It's not too bad. It's not ultra clear. It doesn't really read reg plates if you're like passing a car by. That was the type of thing you're looking for. But overall, it's not bad quality. It would definitely help and show you, what happened when and where. And on top of that, it does have the date and time that you were out driving. It picks that up when you sync your camera up to the Wi-Fi. One thing you can also do is you can just take the micro SD card out of your camera, and you can put it into put it on your computer. You will see several different files when you set it up. It seems like once you plug a micro SD card into the camera, it just like erases it. I didn't format it, and I think there might have been some stuff on the micro SD card when I put it in, but it doesn't matter either way. It creates 3 files. Unless you have like a crash or something, or it's in the events folder, it'll be in normal. It'll be under like CH1. So if you click in there, you can set it. You can change it in the settings if you want it in different time intervals. I had mine set up for a minute, just does looping recording minutes. And it'll have the time created because obviously it knows the time it was. So one thing you might see is this .ts file name. Don't worry about .ts. TS is from what I could see online, it's a version of MP4 that is more for streaming or not as susceptible to failures when writing, which is definitely something we want when we have when we're using something like a dash cam. It's important, if you actually need the footage. So overall, I think value for money. You have got to remember that you do need to provide a micro SD card with this one. I think for the money and what you're getting, it's decent quality for that. Yeah, it's not like stunning HD, it says like 1080p, but that is definitely a clear enough picture in my opinion. Do it what you will. I think it's a good budget option, even if you want to see what it's like and then maybe upgrade to a better one in the future. You will have to run your own cable with this one, so you got to run it however you like. But other than that, that's just something with all dash cams. Overall value for money, I think it's quite there for the performance, for the price. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll see you next time.